When it comes to Mythic Legions, my motto is don't look back, always look ahead, and for that reason, I thought it would be fun to share my top 10 most anticipated Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions coming soon. DorkLair! This list is not going to be strictly a top 10 favorites. It's going to be more so what I'm most anticipating. And since I tend to anticipate the sooner figures more, we're going to go in reverse chronological order, and I'm going to share my 1, 2, or 3 most anticipated figures first from the furthest out waves, and then all the way up to my most anticipated, which are some of the stuff that's coming very soon. So let's get into this thing. At number 10, we've got Samir Scroll Warder, who is in the POXXUS wave, which is still probably a year away. That wave is currently on the schedule for Q4 Q4 2022 or Q1 2023. So we've got quite a ways out for that one. And for that reason, he's probably lowest on my most anticipated. But of the POXXUS wave, he is one of my most anticipated figures, mostly because of the cloth goods on this figure. And I could probably swap in the other wizard. But for now, I think Samir, he's got a little more cloth goods going on because he's got the cloak as well as the robes. And I'm just super pumped for Mythic Legions to start getting into more cloth and robes. And what it does is it brings wizards to the table. To me, one of the key elements. Lord of the Rings is my all-time favorite, and that is a very, very key element, classic wizards like that. So for that reason, Samir is number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Kalazir, and that probably surprises a few people. I don't think he's big on a lot of people's lists, but for me to have both a djinn or genie type character in Mythic Legions and to be getting this brand new scale, the brute scale, a size that's going to be, I think, like 8 inches or so. It's going to be between the 6-7 inch regular figures and the 9-inch ogre scale figures. So this is a brand new scale, brand new body, brand new buck. And I'm super excited to see how this thing feels. It looks great. And the genie just has so many intricate details. I am a huge Magic the Gathering fan, and since the early days of Magic, the djinn has been a central creature type in the game. So very near and dear to me to have a djinn in Mythic Legions. And I can't wait to see what this brute scale feels like in hand. At number 8, we are jumping lines from Mythic Legions to Cosmic Legions, and we are taking a look at number 9, the Sphexian Block Commander, a bug alien insectoid race. These are sort of like they run the prison. They're like the guards and the jail guards and stuff like that. But we are getting so many cool new additions to the line with these figures. We're getting bug wings, insect wings, crazy body with like this carapace body type thing going on. It's just going to be really intricate. And they're using like a shimmery type of paint. They're using like a color shift type paint. So I'm very eager to get the Sphexian insectoid aliens in hand. So cool. And again, Cosmic Legions, about a year out. This is a while. It could be early 2023. In fact, I kind of anticipate it to be so. Now, I had the Grave Ring Thygar on the thumbnail, but that's not actually on my list. My number 7 is Olek Thygar. This is the Volcatar version. So this is the spacesuit version of Olek, and it's all about the spacesuit on this figure for me. There's so many paint details and different pieces in the color scheme with the orange and the blue. I think this figure is going to rock, and it's going to surprise a lot of people at how awesome and detailed it is. So this is going to be my number 7. Lots of great options too with the different head swaps and the removable dome. Very spaceman, super detailed. I think this was a deluxe figure. I think this was a $40 figure or $45. I forget the price. It was not the standard figure, I don't think. Numbers 6 and 5 are both from the War of the Aetherblade wave, and that I also think is probably like a late 2022 wave. And in this wave, they had the Deluxe Legion Builder packs, but the ones that have me most excited are the 2.0 figures. And at number 6, I have Atila Leosir, and there's just so many new sculpted pieces for this classic Mythic Legions character. It's a redo of the original Atila. I actually don't have Atila, so I'm going to be very excited to get this redo in with these different head swaps, the 3-dimensional shields, cloth goods on these as well, Going to be some really cool things going on with these figures. I kind of regret ordering only one set. I wish I had ordered an extra set. But number 6, Atila. And to preface this next one, if I could go back and get any one figure that I skipped back in the day or that I just wasn't collecting yet at that point, honestly, it would probably be Scapular the Crypt Breaker, but a close second would be Gorgo Etherblade. So I was ecstatic when I found out that they were doing a 2.0 Gorgo, and it looks just like the original Gorgo, but like powered up. Like every little bit of this armor seems to be improved and like more ornate, tons of detail. He's also got one of those 3D shields. He's also got Sea Jessam cloth goods. Lots of great stuff going on with this figure. And he comes with the Ether Blade that is impossible to find right now. I mean, you can get it on Arethyr, but it's not painted the same way. It's not painted the same way as the regular Ether Blade. So getting the Ether Blade right alongside Gorgo, huge win for me at number 5. Okay, now we're getting into the stuff that's coming soon. And the sooner it's coming, the more excited I get. The Deluxe Legion Builder Wave is going to be killer, and it's going to add so many cool things to popping and swapping in army building. So at my number 4, I do have the Dwarf, and my next 2 really are all about these heads. The Dwarf comes with this new helmeted head with this braided beard and these horns. It's just so Viking. It is awesome. And then just dwarves in general tend to be kind of hard to come by. So yeah, I mean, that head, dwarf body, cannot go wrong. I think I ordered a couple dwarves. And then next up at number 3, not only does this one have a killer head, very Viking-esque, but it also comes with some of my favorite parts. That new torso that came with Vorthog and Magnus is on this figure. It's got the skirt from those guys as well. This is going to be such a good piece to do part swaps with. So my number 3 is the Deluxe Legion Builder Barbarian. And those are coming pretty soon. I think those are like Q2 2022. So those could be... we could have those in hand by summertime. Timing wise, the next 2 from the ILLYTHIA wave are also very soon. We could have these as well by summertime. I actually wonder if they may all ship kind of at the same time or very close back-to-back kind of shipments here. But we do have, for my number 2 is VALIC, and this is sort of the hunter, falconer, vampire, scout type guy. And one of the cool things about this wave is we're getting a lot of the sculpted plastic, like a lot of the new parts are meant to look like leather pieces. There's going to be leather hands, leather gloves, leather boots, tunics, all that stuff. And so this guy comes with a lot of these new parts that are going to be a lot of fun. But in general, just the character design on this guy is awesome. So at number 2, I have VALIC, and my number 1 most anticipated figure right now, this figure has it all. Part of the ILLYTHIA wave is Lord Bardrick. He's got like entirely new parts, first of all. I know that there's other figures that are coming out with these parts, but we have not gotten in hand any of the parts that are on him. Brand new head sculpt, elven head sculpt with super intricate details. He's got a brand new torso, legs, arms, everything. Shoulder pauldrons, the gauntlets, the greaves, like all that stuff is brand new. I actually ordered a few of these because I want to be making some scouts and various like, sort of good guy scouts and elves and stuff. Kind of in a similar vein as VALIC. So many new parts, just so many awesome things to add to the collection. And I love chatting Mythic Legion, so I have an assignment for you, which is to make your own top 10 list, or if it's a top 3 or a top 5 or whatever, of the figures that are currently on pre-order that you are most anticipating. Put them in the comments below. Let's chat it up. Let's talk about this. And if you like this type of video, you can check out my full-on POXXUS wave preview that I did back when that first went up for pre-order. And until next time, may the force be with you.